Welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Convoluted Podcast. I'm your host, Liz. I'm with Tyrant Dominus, aka Jesus. And if it's your first time listening, we would always love the extra little subscribe buttons. If not, we're not making you, but we would appreciate it. All right, Jesus, how are you feeling?
I am feeling better, but it's been a long week.
I agree. A long week.
How have you been?
Yeah, it's been a long week. I was all over the board for my schedule. My sleep schedule's messed up. But I did work out like 5 times this week. So like I did pretty good. I think still top.
Nice, congratulations. Staying on top of things like that. That's good. Yeah, I was trying to stay away from ill parents for most of the week since most of my household have been sick. And when the best time to get sick is when it's your days off.
Sucky.
Oh yeah. And I have to go back to work later. Unless I'm not still feeling 100%. I might just take a mental. Yeah.
You might want to take that extra day off.
But yeah, for the most part, not that great of a week. So yeah, it's trying to stay hydrated. The weather has been very nice, but I have not been able to make use of the nice weather. So that's a disappointing part.
Like me, who's been going swimming like every single day since the pool open.
Yeah. You've been showing me photos. You've been enjoying it's been good weather for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, on another note, have you been able to catch the new song that popped up from Eminem?
No, I've heard about it though.
My
coworkers have been talking about it.
What have you heard about it?
I heard they offended some people, even his own kids. It's been funny. That's what I've heard. So I have not heard it itself, but I plan on intending to at some point today, if not tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, it's only like a 3-minute song. I would recommend just watching the video. You have to watch the video too.
Okay.
Yeah, not just listening. You gotta watch the music video. For anyone listening, if you don't know what we're talking about Houdini. I will be spending probably the next 2 hours in bed watching people reacting to it. Because that's what I do when something interesting pops up and everyone's talking about it. I want to see other people's reaction. Similar to when I react to movie trailers and stuff like that. There's a lot of things of that nature. So yeah, if you're on this channel, you already see that I do a lot of movie reactions, trailer reactions, stuff like that. I would like to do reactions to music, but boy, does this YouTube not like I would have liked to have done it here live with you, but YouTube's gonna try to shut us down.
We don't want that.
Yeah, we don't want that. So yeah, Liz can let us know. But yeah, definitely it is a throwback to the old Eminem's, aka Slim Shady. It was I outside of the reactions, I think I've heard the song about a dozen times at this point now. I've seen the video at least 3 times now, and there's a lot of nuances to it. There's a lot of fun references, but definitely I would give it a one-time listen through or watch through with the video, and then kind of go through it and then pick things out. I'm like, oh, I know what that's fun. That's kind of why I'm going to be watching some reaction videos later today. Mostly because of that, and it's easier. I can just relax in bed. But yeah, I think you'll have fun. It'll make you feel young again, and that's what I've been hearing online.
Oh, that's what I need.
So yeah, like definitely when you're hearing it, like yeah. Anything else you want to bring up, or before we kind of jump into some of the stories?
You know what? We forgot to recognize our Pride friends. We are Pride allies, and we are all for they, them, he, she.
Oh yeah,
It's all good. We're all there.
I completely forgot it.
All there.
I forgot it was Pride Month. Like,
it's been a crazy, crazy month. I feel like it blinked and we were already in. I feel like that's what happened. We blinked and it was June.
For real. May went.
And I think we were still waiting for June to catch up mentally in our heads.
Yeah, but we just been busy. And outside of looking for news stories, I really don't keep up with a lot of the news stories. A lot of the social stories, unless it's like interesting. I completely forgot it was Pride Month. I've just been too busy. So, well, yeah. Happy Pride Month to any of our LGBT plus community. Yeah. The one thing I don't like about it is how companies try to shill, though. Because every company has to try to...
Yeah, they should be showing it year-round, not just like one time a month. You know, it's like every time there's a cultural month, they're like, oh yeah, we're very supportive of this. And I get like emails of this, string of this, and string of that. And like, should be all year round. Just saying.
So, yeah, at least LGBT get something. So, that's not too bad. Better than nothing these days.
Mm-hmm.
So, alright. Let's start. We're gonna start the episode by kind of doing a bit of a correction. You don't have to open the article, Liz. But do you remember last week's episode we were talking about a man by the name of Corey Harris who showed up to a Zoom call, right? Do you remember what he did?
He was driving while I was talking about a suspended license.
Yes, and the internet was talking about it, making fun of him. He became a viral meme, and definitely, you know, at that point you kind of have to take it one or two ways. And he took it kind of negatively. He was getting a lot of harassment online. He was getting made fun of. And yeah, that's what are your thoughts? Kind of the fallout from that little Zoom call spectacle.
Well, get what you asked for. Basically, you didn't want it. You shouldn't have done it. You didn't want the embarrassment. You shouldn't have done it.
Well, the thing is,
things get leaked. This is public information.
True. I don't think he wanted the embarrassment. That's the other thing. The other thing that came out of it is apparently this happened a while ago, and he thought he actually had his license back. So all this kerfuffle was actually like misled because there was some stuff in the whole like back catalogs of all the transcripts and stuff like that he probably actually might have had his driver's license, and it was just never reinstated because of some mismanagement in paperwork. So what do you think now? What do you think of him getting all this harassment after potentially it was someone's...
Makes sense. That would make sense. There's a lot of a lot of communication between a lot of like the DMV and to the court systems and vice versa. I mean, so who knows?
So yeah. So actually, I have a fun not a fun. No one liked going to DMV, but I had to actually go to the DMV the day prior to yesterday. And I showed up because, you know, you try to beat the DMV. So I tried to go first thing in the morning. They were closed because everyone called in sick.
Oh, shit.
So there was a line forming for, I would say I spent 20, maybe 30 minutes waiting because the supervisor or the person inside was trying to call, you know, people in. And he called his supervisor and everything, and they just couldn't do anything. So they shut the DMV down.
Did you wind up going to another DMV?
No, I gave up on them. Like, you know, I'll do it another. It wasn't that. But yeah, it's one of those things that, like, I'm surprised like our office got shut down like that. But what can you do? So if you're sick, they're sick. They're sick. I'm not gonna fault them for that. That's their own thing. But now, hearing this out, like, oh, because of someone mismanagement, this guy Corey is now getting all this blatant harassment. What are your thoughts on all this now?
Still funny. He kind of got himself in this deal, man.
Well, now let's continue. There's been an update to that update. So apparently, Corey never actually had a driver's license to begin with.
What?
He only had
never had it.
He never had one. He only had a state ID. And let's see here. Judge Cedric Simpson kicked off the hearing saying that he wanted to set the record straight, and gotta watch the clip for y'all because it's a wild one. Let me see. Where is? Okay, here I'm gonna play the audio for everyone.
7 News Detroit is getting to the bottom of what's been an ordeal for Corey Harris of Detroit.
You've probably seen the viral video by now. It's gone around the country. He was the man seen driving during a virtual court hearing in Washtenaw County for driving on a suspended license. 7 News reporter Kimberly Craig was able to track Harris down, who is adamant that the suspension should have been lifted more than 2 years ago.
Well, tonight, Kim is back on the story with information that could help a lot of people facing a similar situation.
Trying to get to the bottom of why Corey Harris's driver's license is still suspended for child support has been incredibly frustrating. For 2 days now, I've been trying to ask anyone at Saginaw County's friend of the court what could have gone wrong, and still no answers.
They were supposed to have been lifted it 2 years ago, but they didn't.
Detroiter Corey Harris is talking about the Saginaw County friend of the court suspending his driver's license for child support, something he says he resolved 2.5 years ago, and a judge in Saginaw County rescinded that suspension, allowing Harris to drive again. So he says he was shocked when Pittsfield Township Police cited him in October for driving on a suspended license.
You stationary? I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
This is the video of the virtual court hearing that went viral after a judge ordered Harris to jail for driving with a suspended license.
Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Harris admits he was driving to get his wife to the doctor, but what he can't understand is why his license was still suspended 2.5 years after the judge ordered it lifted. The Saginaw County friend of the court has not responded to our calls, but according to a spokesperson for the Secretary of State, friend of the court never sent over a clearance in 2022.
Hello?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
Sometimes it is simple as the Secretary of State's office did not get a clearance from the court that everything was done, but something happened in the wires.
Keela Crane is the Deputy Legal Director for the Secretary of State, and she urges anyone who has a suspended license to take advantage of their Road to Restoration clinics held around the state to help people get their license back because the process can be complicated.
Sometimes it is that the resident just does not know what they need to do. And that's why we provide that one-on-one consultation with the resident to help them understand what they need to do.
What we may never know is why the prosecutor in Pittsfield Township or Harris's public defender could not get this resolved months ago before he landed in jail. His attorney's office declining to comment on an ongoing case.
With the type of ties that I have with the church and the community is very embarrassing.
Kimberly Craig, 7 News.
Yeah, so that's how it started. But yeah, he just never had a license. He just always kept getting his state ID, which most states can do. You can either have a driver's license or a state ID, right? And every year he would just go get a state ID, and I don't know why he got it in his head they had a driver's license. So he was basically lying.
That's funny. Oh, I just need a state ID. I don't need a license. What? I don't need licenses. Run a business license.
No, Liz, I can just run a business out of my
license.
Oh, God. Always holding down the people. Always holding down minorities, Liz.
Oh, wow.
Hey, that's how it is. Anyway, yeah. So that's where this whole thing, where you should make a moment to be sure you're correcting things. Like some of the things, it could have been where he should have got his license reinstated. A lot of people have troubles doing that, mostly because it sounds like when this all started was because of some child support stuff. And his license got suspended because of that. And then in his thoughts, he got it reinstated. But in my head, it's like everyone, you always get a driver's license. Why would you go to the DMV? But anyways, besides the point, it's one of those things where this guy just, I don't know where he had it in his head to get all this. He was in the right. The thing was a lot, it's a moment to take a moment to, if he was in the wrong, okay, we gotta fix it, correct it. Like, you're wrong. The news was wrong about it. But that wasn't the case. He was on the wrong to begin with, and he should forever be known as the surprise Pikachu man.
That's like the real ID that's rolling out by next year. You have to have in 2025. As of May. So you don't have that little star. You got to carry your passport, even for domestic flights.
Yeah. Wait, you have to. Is that considered a passport in some places?
Nope. You just have to have a little star saying you're capable of flying. I think it's a star on our state licenses. I have it, so.
Interesting. I might have to look for it. It might be. Anyways, it is almost time for me to renew my license. So it's fine. Either way, you get it or not.
I gotta renew my password, so we're good too.
Oh yeah, you gotta join the Mr. Beast games. But any final thoughts on the whole case? I think this is the final time we're gonna be talking about Corey Harris.
Surprise Pikachu! No, I don't. I just think you guys need to read. I mean, it's obviously states on the ID of some sort. I don't care if it's a driver's license or your state license. It actually says what it's for. Like, it's in clear letters. Like, I've seen it so many times. Like,
Okay. You had a story that next you wanted to read?
Yeah. Let's go back to Florida. Florida man
story.
We all need a Florida man story, right? All right. Florida man allegedly tells police he is Mr. Monopoly, goes directly to jail.
Oh God, what a horrible pun.
Bruh.
He actually kind of does with that beard. It's kind of grown
Fuck
that
me,
way.
right?
A Florida man who allegedly defaced a sound barrier wall in St. Petersburg was arrested after claiming his name was Mr. Monopoly.
Wait,
and that
what?
he was born on April 20th.
Wait, Florida man allegedly defaced a sound barrier. Oh, okay, a sound barrier wall. I thought he broke the sound barrier. I'm like, what? Oh, one of those things. I know what that is now. Okay.
And he was born on April 20th, 1969, according to court documents. Court documents obtained by Fox News Digital shows that Ryan Howard, 33, not 55, was arrested on Saturday and charged with resisting arrest and criminal mischief.
Wait, do you get it, Liz? Do you get the joke about the year he was born?
Yeah.
What?
Not really. I think so. No, I don't. 42069.
Yeah, 42069, Liz. God.
My bad. Halfway asleep still. The St. Petersburg Police Department said the officer was dispatched to 54th Avenue South after receiving reports that a white man in his 20s to 40s had been spray painting a concrete wall in the area. Witness told police that he was wearing a white cloth around his neck and tan and white shorts. He also told police that he had been seen walking westbound on 54th Avenue South. And one of the responding officers spotted a man watching a description. When the officer approached the man, later identified as Howard, the police officer said said he was possessing of white shorts and a black bag containing spray paint cans. The officer asked Howard his name, and he did not reply. Giving it another go, the officer told Howard he was conducting a criminal investigation required to identify himself. After failing to comply, the officer replaced Howard in the back of a police vehicle and asked him again for his name. This time, Howard allegedly told the officer for his name was Mr. Monopoly, a.k.a. Milburn Rich Uncle Pennybags, the mascot of the timeless board game Monopoly.
And look at that shit.
Suspicious of the name and date of birth, the officer conducted a search and located a main driver's license on the suspect, which said was named Ryan Howard with the correct date of birth. Howard ultimately collected to-go jail card and was transported to the Pinellas County Jail. Although he did not roll doubles, he was released after posting $1,000 bond. I love the little puns they put in this article.
I did not.
It's pretty good. You did not?
Why not? So, yeah, this is just a man who was probably a little bit ill and probably a little bit lost at what was happening. He looks pretty smug to begin with.
He does.
Maybe he did know what he was doing.
Clever.
Well, yeah, saying the 420-69. But yeah, I don't know what's wrong. What's wrong with these people these days? Lying, just defacing. It's pretty disappointing. It's one of the more tamer of the Florida Man stories.
Yep.
But it's funny.
He wasn't doing anything crazy.
Next thing you know, McLovin is going to be somewhere down there.
Oh God, yes. We all know McLovin still exists.
Oh yeah, it's a famous thing. And for anyone knowing that, it's a fun reference to. Oh my God, what is that? Super bad. There it is. That was bugging me for a second. Yeah, super bad. But yeah, it is a fun reference to that. I think there was a story I read just a few years back that it still happened, and that's an old movie too. When did Superbad come out?
2008? I feel like
2007. You were close.
I was close.
That's a movie back when the young Jonah Hill.
I know. To think that movie's almost approaching 10 years. Oh wait, 20 years. Oh crap.
10 years. You're far from their list.
I know. As some of us are in the start of mind track, we were like, just like we want to say that, the 80s was like yesterday. It's almost 50 years ago.
Yeah, like there's like oldies. Remember when we were growing up, oldies? Now some of the things that are that were for us are oldies for them.
True oldies, true olds.
It's an interesting thing. Well, at least I still try to stay up to date with whatever's relevant. I know Liz has given up on that. Actually, you never really tried to stay relevant. You were too busy with other things during your.
Always too busy. When am I not?
No, but yeah, but wait. If you remember, you mentioned during your mid-20s you were doing other things, so you couldn't really stay up to date with trends and all the internet's things that were happening, because that's kind of when a lot of the things popped off that are the things that are now. So it makes sense why you are, I would say, not internet inclined. So
yeah,
but definitely there's some stuff.
I had other things going on.
Exactly. Well, anything else to mention about this? I'm trying to think. Not really. This guy was just an idiot. Just an idiot. What would your board game alias be if you got caught?
Oh. Mrs. Parcheesi.
Mrs. Parcheesi.
Spite and Mally. Mrs. Malice. Mrs. Spike and Malice.
Not bad. Not bad.
I played a lot of that too.
I would think I would be.
What about you? What about you?
I would say that you couldn't arrest me because I'm actually Sheriff Nottingham.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, that's a good game too. Anyone who's wondering, those are good board games right there. Actually, I'm thinking of doing board game nights at least once a month now. Which would be fun doing something like that. It's been a while. And I have the space now for it to kind of do it. But yeah, that's a story for another day. We'll let you know. I'll let you know if anything comes of that. But yeah, there's for anyone listening, there's always other board games besides Monopoly and Yahtzee, Game of Life. There's some fun board games out there to play. Like Sharon Nottingham's a fun one. I know that Liz, you and I have played that one. I know there's a new second edition, updated one.
I thought I saw something recently about it. You know, I'm always in Target.
And then there's actually I recently picked up a fun little like a war board game called Roots. Here, I'll send you a picture really quick, and I'll post a picture really quick for everyone who wondering. Can't type Roots onto Google, and it just gives you the movie. Have you ever seen the Roots movie?
Probably not.
Wow.
Not gonna lie.
It's a very intense movie, and here I'll just do a quick summary of the Roots movie because maybe a lot of people don't know about that movie, but it's a very strong cultural film of the early days of America, and following the man of Kuta Kinte.
No, I've never seen that board game.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's fun. It looks fun. It'll be fun to play.
It looks fun.
But yeah, it's the estimated time. The estimated time to play one of a round, not a round, a game of this is about 60 to 90 minutes. So it's one of those. You're sitting for this one.
Oh boy.
But yeah, talking about the kind of just
good brews right next to me. We're good.
Exactly. It's just one of those games. And then for just to kind of clarify the movie Roots, it was a movie Kuta Kente, who is sold into the slave trade after being abducted from his African village and taken to the United States. Kuta and his family observed the notable events of the American history, such as the Revolutionary War, Civil War, and then the slave uprising and emancipation. So it's a big movie. It's a big movie. I watched it twice in my lifetime. I know that for sure. One in high school. One a while ago. Oh, it's not a movie. It's a miniseries, but it's a miniseries, but it's like 8 episodes. Came out back in, guess what year?
$1995.
It was network released back in 1977.
Whoa. Well, okay, I was really off.
So it's based off a book, and yeah, I kind of want to rewatch it actually.
Okay, well, I'll have to.
Maybe record that as a bonus episode.
Happy.
Let us know down in the comments if you want us to kind of go over and kind of watch, let you know our thoughts. But yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. Let's go back to some of these news stories. Like we kind of got off topic here, like we always do.
Yes, we do.
Here. It's that time of year kids are graduating, right? Let's talk about what this one father did during his daughter's graduation.
Uh-oh. I'm kind of concerned now.
Okay. So police reports reveal why a dad shoved a black superintendent.
Whoa.
So
That doesn't sound good at all.
So a video of a high school graduation in Wisconsin has gone viral after a father of a white graduate was seen bum rushing the stage to push the black superintendent out of the way, with many social media users speculating that the racism was at the root of the man's action. What are your thoughts, just kind of reading the initial statement there? Because that's what the video said. Remember,
I would assume so too. I assume that too. I mean, like,
in this day and age,
come forward to a black guy. What's going on here?
I can only imagine how embarrassed the daughter is because.
Oh God, yeah.
You can watch the video. I think the video.
Oh my word! These are all my friends, y'all.
So on May 31st, Baraboo. There we go. Baraboo High School. About an hour outside of Madison and part of the Baraboo's school district, held its graduation ceremony in a packed gymnasium. Our mission to engage, challenge, and inspire every student every day in every way has been the driving force behind every step. Oh my God, they said every so many times in this thing. You have taken with these hallways. Baraboo Superintendent Dr. Rainey Briggs told the graduating seniors, the vision of the school's district of Baraboo is to be the leader through innovation and continuous improvement with a focus on the whole student. We have aimed to empower you not to only succeed academically, but also develop into a well-rounded individual equipped to navigate the challenges and the opportunities that lie ahead. Those are some actually good words right there. After the series of motivational and reflective speeches, the students were called up one by one to receive their diplomas like normal. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But smiles and sentiments vanished after one particular student's name was called in a video with the full ceremony that was live streamed on the local radio station Facebook page. What the heck? Okay. Actually, that's what you can do nowadays. I'm glad you can do that because some people can't attend graduations. So having the ability to live stream, you can live stream anything. You can Facebook live stream, Instagram live stream. You can just do everything.
Exactly.
Like I remember when we were at my sister's wedding, we were gonna YouTube live stream her wedding for a lot of the people who weren't in the area, for like all the people down at like up in Washington, California, Mexico, Chicago. There's a lot. So. But with that, you need good internet. Do you remember where we were at?
Exactly.
We did not have good internet where we were at. So there was no way I was going to be able to record. And at the end of the night, I was too intoxicated to even try to think about recording. Anyway, besides the point. In the video of the full ceremony that was live streamed on the local radio station, Facebook, the students went on stage to shake hands with the administrations. There's multiple people there. Received her diploma, and the man identified by the school district as the student's father charged the stage. According to the circuit court documents obtained by the Daily Beast, the man's name is Matthew Eddy. Oh wow, that's an interesting name. Eddy, a white man wearing a white collared shirt and baseball hat with sunglasses on the brim, swiftly strolled past the students and towards Briggs, grabbing the superintendent and pushing him further back on the stage. Quote, whoa, 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 no you're not. Eddy was heard saying off camera, that's my daughter. If you don't...
What's going on with this situation?
Huh?
What's going on with this situation?
Quote, if you don't get off me, man, Briggs said, get away from me, bro. The commotion caused confusion on stage while some administrators attempted to intervene. Meanwhile, Eddie's daughter, initially full of smiles, looked on in shock and embarrassment. Yeah, she's gonna be known as the girl who's dead. That's it. That's her.
I know.
That's internet infamy right there. So, here. The crowd railed together to boo in unison while the staff members worked to remove Eddy from the stage. Quote, get off him, someone was heard shouting from the audience. And cheers and applause erupted once Briggs returned to the center stage. Naturally, awkward chatter followed before administrators were able to rein control of the crowd after receiving her diploma. Eddy's daughter returned to her seat amongst her fellow students, seemingly devoid of any cheer. That sucks. That sucks because you're done with high school. You're done with the 4-year like animal show that is high school, right? Depending on how her high school, like it could have been a good one or a rough one. Each of us had different high schools. I had a pretty interesting high school journey myself since I had to go spend 2 years in Chicago and 2 years here in Oregon. So mine was a little different than others would say. I don't know about you.
4 years of a private high school. Yep. You know how it goes.
So what were your thoughts kind of like when you were graduating? Like,
I was glad. I was happy.
They're done. Oh yeah, you said you weren't.
We had limited tickets. We had so many tickets to get for our families, and some people were getting off theirs, and we were like trying to obtain the excess ones. Like, okay, we got this so many people showing up. How many tickets do I need? Oh right, bam, 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 grab. So it was and then it was like trying to find seats and where we're gonna sit, and yeah, it was interesting. So.
No, what was your feeling graduating? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that was great. Sorry, I got off topic. Apparently, my brain went off somewhere else. It was great. I was happy to be out of there for sure. I was ready to leave those 300 students behind. Be like, peace out. I haven't spoken to them for almost 20 years. We're good.
So yeah, you know, everyone has different experience. So yeah, it's one of the things. Like, yeah, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm glad I'm out of here. But yeah, now even for the last moment of high school, you're still this is your last moment. Let's see here. The Daily Beast has chosen not to name the student as she did not visibly do anything wrong. Yeah, she didn't do it. Social media users immediately dug into the incident, claiming racism. That's the other thing. We don't know what happened, but you know, like you mentioned, in this day and age, you can kind of speculate. And how the current environment is. So you never know. But quote, the father of the oh my god, why can't I said it multiple times.
Baraboo.
No,
Eddie.
Baraboo High School student in Wisconsin storms onto the stage, stopped the black school district superintendent from shaking his daughter's hand at the graduation ceremony. But tell me again how you've never been a racist country. Oh, it's down here. It's literally the quote is down here. Okay. News. Wisconsin father rushes the stage. What an awful person. The man, Matt Eddie, was seen rushing on stage. Oh god, I gotta open the tweet. The man was seen rushing the street, grabbed. While not exactly clear why Eddie didn't. Did you see the video?
No, I can't. It's blocking me right now. I'm having a hard time seeing anything.
You should be able to click the video.
No, not that. I don't want that. I was trying to open it up in a different round way, but it's not letting me. Oh, boy.
Yeah,
I got ads coming up and saying... Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can see... You can just click the Twitter thing, and you can just go.
I did. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, watch the video, and I'll keep reading. TikToker posted the reaction of the video and pointed out the irony of Eddie, and who didn't want Briggs to shake the hands with his daughter, had the audacity to think Eddie could put his hands on Briggs. Some of you racist bigots believe that you still have the power and the right to put your hands on black people, he said in the video. Did not learn nothing at the Montgomery Brawl. Keep playing these games, you're gonna win some stupid prizes. Oh, there's a TikTok. If I can.
Oh, hold please.
Oh. Excuse me. Where's Brandon?
Man, you better get up
Where's
off me,
Brandon?
man.
Where's
Get away from me, bro.
No,
Hey, you need to get, hey. You gotta get out right now. I don't care. Get off the street.
So a white dad decided that he didn't want his daughter to shake the black superintendent's hand. So he was going to go put his hands on the black superintendent to move him out of the way so his daughter doesn't shake his hand. This is at a 2024 graduation. And we're still talking about race. And, black people are not starting the conversation. Like most people like to suggest that black people make everything about race, but here we are in a situation in 2024 where a white dad refuses to allow his white daughter to shake the hand of a black superintendent. So much so that he has to put his hands on that black superintendent like he has some sort of power and authority over that black man. I really do hope that the superintendent presses charges against this man. Because for some reason, some of you racist bigots believe that you still have the power and the right to put your hands on black people.
Bruh. Shit.
Did you watch the clip of the graduation?
I can't find it.
What?
Oh wait, there it is.
Okay. Human rights attorney Quinn. Oh my God, what's her name? Trying to find. How do you pronounce this? Rushlet? Oh my God, Rush. Council attorney. Human rights attorney.
That is crazy.
Okay, give me 1 second. I want to know how to pronounce this person's name.
Qasim Rashid.
Qasim
Rashid.
Qasim Rashid. That's how Google says it. I'll even make it go slow.
Qasim Rashid.
Okay, that sounds horrible slow.
Qasim Rashid.
Qasim Rashid. All right, human rights attorney Qasim Rashid called Eddie's actions grotesque white supremacy. Quote, a district superintendent was pushed away from congratulating students graduating from, oh my God, Baraboo High School by the girl's father who didn't want her touching him. Tweets, her dad ruined the most important day of her life with his racism. I think we get it. We get the gist of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, what are your thoughts of the whole situation?
That is just sad. Like, she's been going to school with all these classmates of different races. It shouldn't have affected them, but apparently it did. And I guess she must have known. I mean, we have to have a realization. And she has that, like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. Because I bet some of her best friends or good friends, or at least, of a different race. So why does it have to be of importance at that point in time when she has to go shake somebody else who is a very officially like, I'm giving you the diploma. Here it is. And they just kind of like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not having my daughter shake my hand because the color of his skin. Damn it. Just take off. Everybody takes off their skin. Everybody looks the same. Nobody wouldn't be able to. Maybe that's what we should do. We should all have translucent skin. We wouldn't be able to know each other's race.
But I don't want to see inside the people. That's gross.
Oh, but if that would have to end racism, I would do it in a heartbeat.
No, it wouldn't, because then you would just start basing people off the insides of people's bodies. That person has a darker skin liver. That person's heart's the wrong spot. Humans cannot get along with that. There's always going to be a difference. Even within similar cultures, there's always hate between them. So no matter what, there's always going to be something.
It's so ridiculous. I hate it. This is like this. This is a person's biggest day. The father should have left it alone.
Okay, this where it is. It's not. It's all on him. This is the thing. It's like there should never have been a moment for him to even have gone up to the stage to begin with. That's where this all stems from. He should have just stayed in his seat, been recording it, and being proud that his daughter is done with high school. But
Absolutely.
he had to make it. Yeah, he had to make
All
it a
about him.
scene. He had to make it a scene.
Basically all about him. Basically, he made him creating that scene was all about him and his animosity.
Liz, he was trying to protect his daughter.
I'm touching skin. Oh my god. Woo! No. No. All right, then I can't touch your skin.
So yeah, let's hope. What do you want? What do you hope happens in this situation? Let's go with that.
I hope the daughter can actually walk away without having this harm her identity.
That's not going to happen.
I know, but I'd like to hope. I have a better hope for the society, but you always have to play the devil's advocate.
Oh no, I play the realist advocate. I play the realists.
True. I don't know. Just sad and disheartening. That's for sure. I mean,
what about the dad?
I think the dad should be definitely reprimanded somehow. I don't care if it's 20,000 hours of
I would
volunteering of some
I don't know
sort
if you
with even Boys and Girls Club. It just feels like
did you see the second clip?
I didn't get a chance to.
So, charging the guy with assault for touching another person. You can't touch another person. You just can't you say you came at me, like you can't come up at someone and grab them out of nowhere. I think that's considered assault, right?
Yeah, it is in essence.
So
they weren't warranted for that. They weren't expecting it. So if it was something like a game of playing,
yeah,
and you're expecting it, sure. But if you weren't expecting, being pushed off the stage.
So yeah, some people are saying like he should get charged with assault and stuff like that, or something of that nature. There's probably more to the story that we could probably dig into, but it's just the overall idea of what happened of a group of people. Like, it is a group of people, not just her, just not the daughter, but a whole. Because now, maybe for some people, I'm like, yeah, that was my class. I was there. Wild, because that can be a fun story. If it was me, I would tell that story all the time. Like, yeah, I was in that graduating class. It was crazy what happened, like things like that. But if it was the person, like, that sucks. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's kind of close this off with one last story with a kind of a more goofy one, because a former bank robber is accused of faking PSA grading for Pokemon cards. Do you know how valuable old Pokemon cards are, Liz?
I think they are very valuable now. I'm not quite sure.
Let me double check. I want to see how much. See here, a PSA. Do you know what PSA is, right?
I feel like I do, but I don't.
PSA
I hear it, but I don't remember it.
PSA is for Professional Sports Authenticator. It's a thing that any collectibles, usually originally for sports cards, to make sure like they're authentic cards. But let me look up a PSA. How much a PSA 10 Charizard cost went for. So a PSA first edition Charizard sold for $420,000.
Damn.
Back in.
That's crazy.
2020. 4 years
I
ago.
somewhat remember that. I feel like we covered that at some point.
I think we talked about the rise of, because during COVID, the stocks of cards went crazy because everyone was stuck at home. So people were just trying to figure out hobbies and things to do, and people were then just opening up Pokemon cards or any card set, but Pokemon was the biggest one. And people just wanted to get old cases because, you know, it's hard to get those. And to get a case of, like an old case, like an original case, it could cost you nearly 6 figures for an old box of it. And if you watch some of the old videos, you can see them like, oh my god. And there was a lot of scams during that time too. Because there's an old Logan Paul video. Is it Logan? I think one of the Paul brothers got scammed out of like I think it was like $20,000 of a box.
Wow.
Because there's like, it's just cardboard at the end of the day, but there's value to something, you know. That's kind of why the jewelry industry is what it is, because people put value on rocks.
That's true.
Like a diamond does not need to be worth like $20,000. It's just
just carbon.
But that's
shiny carbon.
But let's go back and see where this $2 million fake trading card scheme. So this guy, who was a former bank robber, after being incarcerated for 6 years for the involvement of one of America's infamous car heists, it seemed that Anthony Carrero, I think that's how you pronounce it, had successfully turned his life around. He began speaking at middle school, high schools, and universities regarding the importance of drug abuse prevention and how making positive choices leading more fulfilled lives. So wholesome, right, Liz? What do you think? What do you think of his life change right there?
That sounds really wholesome. I feel like there's an underlining.
It's one of the things where, at first, when you hear this, I would say, like, he's turned his life around, spending 6 years of your life incarcerated. That you would hope that would change a person for better, but that's kind of what the system is meant for, right? But we know it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Because unfortunately, it seems that Carrero is up to his old tricks. According to the report by Fox 13 Seattle, he and an accomplice, oh my god, Yusuf? Anyways.
Yusuf? Oh, maybe, yeah. Yusuf, that sounds about right.
Yusuf were recently arrested over the potential involvement in scamming up to $2 million from buyers of rare Pokemon cards and sports cards. So both Pokemon and sports cards. While the cards themselves are considered real, so the cards are real, Kara and Juan
Yusuf.
Yeah. Are accused of faking the PSA, the professional sports authenticator rating, and artificially inflating the resale value. The pair was allegedly scamming people for around 2 years, but it was when they sold a 1986 Flair Michael Jordan's rookie card to a total of $171,700 at a Manhattan auction that their scheme began to unravel. Supposedly, the grade was a PSA 10. The PSA company itself rang alarm bells, confusing that it had no involvement in grading the card. So continue grading is from a 1 to 10 scale, depending on the condition on the card. You want a 10, right? You want a mint condition card, but it's hard even for PSA, because you never know if they're grading it, who's grading it, and how they're feeling that day. Sometimes some people, once they grade it, and they can sometimes send it back, and they even could get a better grading, because you never know who's the one. But PSA keeps records of these, and like they had a PSA 10 Flair Michael Jordan's rookie card, and then like, wait, we never graded something like this. Something's not right here. This is where they got. So yeah, they were just probably upscaling all these. He sold the 1999 first edition Venusaur card to undercover law enforcement purchasers for the price of $10,000 in 2023. Needless to say, their actions could potentially lead to decades behind bars. But yeah, because it's what is that?
Fraud.
Yeah, it's fraud, basically. Making positive choices, but Carrero was unable to practice what he preaches. Yeah, that overall, it's just a scummy move to make a quick buck. Or millions of bucks. Not quick buck, that's making millions. He made $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts when it comes to, like, these people who are... The scheme is not that bad, because it takes some effort.
Yeah, it does, definitely. I agree. It's as much as I don't like to say it, but I do say it. It's like once you're a criminal, always kind of a criminal kind of thing.
Thought I could
Your ideals are
be.
kind of set that way. And he was just thinking away. Oh, I won't heist these cards. I will hike these cards up. He went from heisting cards to hiking cards up their value falsely.
Yeah, because from what we understand, from what they're saying, and because most of the cards are real, it's just their grading was like different. So they were probably getting like 6 7s, and then just like changing the case, because that's, if you see the picture, you can see that they're in cases and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They were falsifying that, like, oh yeah, this is a 9, and like, oh okay, I'm getting a really good, nice card. Because I'll be honest, there are some people out there who, when they open these packs and stuff like that, and do all this,
Literally with gloves.
They do it with gloves. They have magnifying. They're looking the card everywhere, even after they open, because you would think it's a 10 when you open it because it's brand new, but no, even then, it could still lose its value because you just never know what happened to it or how the line. It's just so much. There's videos out there. On things like that. There's a recent video I was watching for a Magic card opening of one of the people we watch, Moist Critical, and he opened a alpha starter set. It cost him 6 figures for that box. He opened it on stream with the seller, and they were just it's for me, I enjoy watching them just because I like, let's see what's in it. I don't play Magic. I don't know anything about it, but it's just interesting to see someone like enjoying their hobby. But to open a even I know opening an alpha set of Magic the Gathering, and knowing that those boxes are expensive as fuck. 6 figures is a lot of money just to open a pack of cards.
I have a story behind that one. You know my friend Dan, right? He's
Yes.
talking about some Magic cards. He said if he picked it up for like $100, was selling for like $500. So he said if I had only bought $100 worth of box, it would be $500 now. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I had no understanding of it, but I understood the value. I was like, holy crap. He's like, yeah. Yeah, if I had just bought that $100, a guy would have been $400 richer. I was like, okay.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. That's why a lot of people hoard stuff like this too. Like there were a lot of people who were hoarding like sets of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic cards for a while because people think they will accrue value, but you never know. People just have nostalgia for the old stuff. Like, who would have thought if you would have bought a box of Pokemon, like Gen 1 Pokemon, for I think it would have been like $40 maybe back in the day. Like, you tell your mom, I want to buy that box to put it away because in the future I could sell it for $60,000. They would say, child, you're crazy. You only get to buy 1 pack. Like, no one would have thought that. Like,
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, I don't even know.
Just like we thought about TY Beanie Babies. We thought about like all of this
Exactly.
stuff.
I still have my. I have my. Let me grab it.
Why the monkey plays? I'm just kidding. Why the Tyrant Dominus goes getting his cards, going to get his cards. Yes, he's got them all. He's coming back. So exciting.
All right. Sorry for stepping away, but yeah, I still have my Princess Diana Beanie Baby. See that?
I still have my March one.
Wait, March one?
Yeah.
Wait, from when?
As in my birthday month?
Oh, from what year?
I have no idea. I put it in this thing, and I have not opened it in years. But it's a little bit damaged up on the card, so I don't know.
Well, I would say this
2002.
Did this? Let me look. How much do you think a Princess Diana Beanie Baby would cost now?
It depends on the edition of it, but the first editions I thought went up really remarkable.
Can I spell? They are selling between $10,000 to $50,000.
I thought it was up there. Quite a bit of money.
Someone's trying to sell them for.
Now you just need to go get your PSA writing on it, and we'll call it good.
I don't know. Can I PSA?
There you go.
Can I get a PSA?
Pay off your debt that way.
Probably. I didn't realize it was that expensive. Just been in this case for.
Time to go sell your Princess Diana bear.
Yeah, because apparently this is from 1997. Sheesh, I didn't even realize that.
Time to go sell it. Sell it. Go get your money. Pay off your debts. Run away.
Probably got. Don't come to my house.
We opened a can of worms, guys. We opened a can of worms.
Kind of just looking through all the prices, stuff like that.
Let's finish up this podcast so you can go do your venture.
But the thing is, you never know, because there's some that are selling for like $100, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot. I'm looking through all these. It's like they're selling, because they're different ones. It's one of the things where you never know what any collector's item will go for too. Different people have different value for different things, and some people will pay an absorbent amount of things for certain things. I think the biggest thing I bought from what I hate are scalpers who just go out and buy limited supply of certain items. Oh yeah, there's this item, but there's this limited version of something, and they're only making 200 of them. So then a scalper would buy 7 of them to resell them. And I am, because I remember there was a PlayStation 4 that was a PS1 edition PS4, a nice gray one, and it was going to be the same price as PS4. So it's not really any big difference, but they were only making a limited amount of them, and then when I went to go buy one, they're sold out. And when I tried to look up how much, they were selling them for like $2,000. So I'm like,
wow.
So that's not happening. And kind of going back, like I said, the only thing I ever bought that was scalped was a Nintendo 3DS Pikachu edition, and it was upcharged $100. So like a DS was $200, and I bought it for $300. It's still not great, but I really wanted it. I think it was my most used DS of that time, because I paid $300 for this shit. I'm using it. But yeah, I hate when people do that, because it's one of the things, like, people nowadays are trying to find the new thing to, like, oh, this is going to be the big thing, I'm going to hoard it for and not use it for anything, hold on to it, which, like, back in the day, no one was like, for these Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Magic cards, people were buying it to use them, to have fun with them. Like some of these like old Hot Wheels and stuff like that, people are trying to hoard them stuff too. Like I have some fun Hot Wheels for myself, but like if I'm so bored with some of them, I give them to my nephew and he just plays with them. Then it was like they're opening the packages and they're gonna they're toys. They're entertainment. They're meant to be used. Like I said, everyone has different values for different things, but don't ruin it for the everyday person. Do you have any other sentiments for that?
Nope. Nope, that's about it. Nope, I totally agree. I think we want to make anything valuable. Anything's worth value, right? Right now, as you look at your Princess Diana.
Hey.
He's like, this is my way out.
This is my retirement fund apparently now. Surprised I kept it so pristine. But yeah, let us know if your thoughts on any of the stories. Do you guys have any hidden gems or any hobbies that you enjoy that have been ruined because of people? Because kind of looking back, and I saw what the number one most auction off card was on PSA was a Japanese Pikachu Illustrator card from 1998 that went on auction and went up to $5.28 million.
Damn! So there's some money around like that.
Yeah, let us know any of the hobbies that you enjoy, that you have value, and things of that have value to you. And leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share this podcast on any other social media platforms or tell a friend. Word of mouth is one of the best ways. We keep forgetting to do that up the top of the show, but we wanted to jump into the stories, and my headache is finally gone at this point, but because it was pounding in the beginning. But yeah. Any final words, Liz?
No, be safe, be good, keep cool. Definitely enjoy yourself in the weather, but don't do it too crazy. Be hydrated, put your sunscreen on, and enjoy yourselves. And I know next week is a good holiday to celebrate, so get ready for that.
Sound good. All right, everyone. Thanks again for listening or watching. Until next time. See ya.
Bye.